Hey, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, and on this episode, we're going to interview Dr. Ken D. Berry, our keto expert, in a two-part series coming up next.
Books and Amazon. Look what I got. Look at this. Does this look familiar, anybody?
I may have a matching copy.
I just got it today, and I'm already a few pages in. This is so helpful. It's like such a practical little guide to just help people get started. If you guys are brand new to keto, you need this book in your life. Right?
Thank you.
Anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Mom's Guide to Ketosis. Run to Amazon and get mine and Dr. Ken D. Berry's, because his book has sold many, many copies. So speaking of energy that you're burning, this was my question. This is the Countess's question. So I did my 41-hour fast, and I was so stoked because I knew autophagy was going.
Yes, absolutely.
But I felt, so the biggest part of my body, the most fat part is on my thighs and on my booty. And I have a Khloe Kardashian booty. It's me. I felt the most intense tingling as if I had been weightlifting, but I hadn't been, in my booty and my thighs. And I was wondering, is that was just something my body was doing, or is that tinglingness happen? Like, is that autophagy going? What is that?
It could have been all in your head. Everybody knows the Countess is crazy, but but no, I mean, that could have been some pretty aggressive autophagy and fat burning going on where you tend to store your fat the most. Maybe, I don't know. It could have been. But I'll tell you one thing, if anybody's going to be able to feel the feedback from their body like that, it's somebody who's in ketosis, because you can actually get feedback from your body when you're in a deep ketosis that you can never get when you're eating the stupid American or the stupid Canadian diet. And so maybe it was.
Okay. Dr. Ken took his funny pills today.
You're just crazy you're crazy in a good way, though. You're not crazy bad. You're just crazy good.
Thank you. This was another Countess question. Sorry, I have more questions from other people, but I gotta get mine in.
Okay.
I had a lime Perrier, and then I was freaking out. I'm like, did I just break my fast because it's lime Perrier?
Maybe a little, but not to any appreciable amount. You really don't want any sweet tastes at all. But here's the thing. When you're doing an extended fast like that, you're going to be in such a deep ketosis that if you have something like that that's not very sweet, it's not going to break your fast in any meaningful way.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Now, if you're just doing intermittent fasting and you're doing 16, 18, 20 hours, then that might bump your insulin enough to break your fast. But if you're doing extended fasting, I wouldn't make that my go-to drink, but I don't think it's a big deal if you had a sip of that before you went, oh crap, and then stopped.
Yeah.
No,
I was literally in my car and I was like, and
exactly right.
Like, what am I doing?
You're so proud of it. You're so proud when you fast. I remember I went for about 40 hours before I stopped, and I was so freaking proud. I felt like I had discovered some new thing.
Yes.
And because here's the thing, guys, just think of this. If you ask everybody in America, how many hours have you went without eating? Like probably the average is like 4, right? Like nobody ever does this. So you're in such an elite club when you go past 24 hours. I mean, you're literally in the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Nobody has done that. Nobody knows how to do it. Everybody's afraid to do it. So you're literally like a vanguard leading the way. When you go to that 25th hour of not eating, it's like you're in the most elite club in America when you do that, because nobody's done that.
Well, I sent Dr. Ken a note because I am so appreciative of Dr. Ken and Nisha. Both of them are such profound influences in my weight loss, so that you guys have been leading forces together. So I sent you a note, and then you sent one back, and you say what you just said, and I was sharing it with the Count, and he's like, that's so true. That's so true that we just don't do that in America and in Canada. I mean, people don't do that. And so
no, they don't. And it never occurs to them that that's a thing that they should do or even can do. Even me, I was like, probably before that, 12 hours or, my intermittent fasting, but I'm talking about just a water only fast.
Yeah.
Never had I done that. And so I was so proud that I had done that. And I'm ramping back up to do a longer fast just so that I can extend my record for a personal, for personal reasons. And I'm going to share that with everybody in the private patron group and with everybody when I do that. So you guys can do it with me if you want to, but I just think it's the coolest thing to be empowered. I'm in charge of my body. I say when I eat. I don't let my stupid gut bacteria dictate when I eat. I don't let the stupid carb commercial on TV make me hungry, because that's what they're programmed to do, is to hit you subconsciously and make you go, I think I want some carbs now. So you guys can be in charge of your body. And I just think that's a really sexy concept that, yeah, nobody can tell you when to eat. You get to decide.
Right. And you mentioned your, it's not Patron, Patreon account, where people can go, and it's a special group that you have that people can be in this group of your Patreon account. And also I need to add that down there too, for your Patreon account, of where people, it's an elite club for Dr. Kendi barriers.
Questions. Ask me questions.
Yes. Did I make you uncomfortable? I like it when I make you uncomfortable.
You did. You did.
I did my job.
Yes.
Can you do Ahmad 7 days a week?
You can, yeah. And you guys, some of you guys may know, I've been eating a very meat heavy or carnivore diet for the last couple of months. And I am so satiated by that. And with my butter coffee, that unless Nisha comes to work with me and we'll go to lunch or something, I just eat a meal a day. And so I haven't eaten today. It's 3 o'clock. I'm not hungry at all. I'm sipping on my coffee with just the tiniest little bit of grass-fed butter. And I'll break my fast probably when Nisha gets home, which will be about 8 p.m. And we'll eat, and then that'll be it. I don't know if she's eating at work, and it doesn't matter to me, because she's doing what's good for her body and I'm doing what's good for mine. But for me on carnivore, I can eat one big meal a day. I'm perfectly happy. Can you tell I'm energetic? I got plenty of energy. I feel great, right? And I've never, since being on carnivore, I've never had the absence of joint pain, because I used to be quite the athlete back in the day. Tore some ligaments, did a lot of joint damage, and I have a bad knee and a bad shoulder. And with keto, my knee stopped bothering me at all. And with carnivore, I almost have no shoulder pain compared to the injury that I had. It's amazing how the inflammation just goes away.
Wow. When
you finally find a diet that's made for your DNA and made for your gut bacteria. It's really cool.
That is really, really cool.
And I'm working on a video right now about carnivory. That's the adverb or the adjective. It's the adjective. I was never good at English much. I could speak it, but I couldn't write it, right? But carnivory is the practice of just eating meat only. And I'm working on a video for the YouTube channel for that right now. And that'll be up sometime this weekend. I don't know when I'll get that done. I'm also working on a video about if you take antibiotics, which you must take after that.
Yes.
And so, because that's a huge deal. So many poor little babies and kids are given a round of amoxicillin or Augmentin, and the parents are not told, now what do I need to do to keep my baby from having irreparable gut bacteria damage, and can literally lead to obesity. It can lead to irritable bowel symptoms, and maybe even ulcerative colitis and Crohn's, just from that one seemingly innocent round of Keflex or amoxicillin or Augmentin. There are specific things you absolutely should do for your baby and for you after a round of antibiotics. And so many family doctors and so many pediatricians just don't tell the patient that you need to do this when you finish this round of antibiotics. So sometime this weekend, I'm going to post that on the YouTube channel as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, speaking of YouTube channel videos, I want to put my dibs in because I have questions for this, and then I want you to do a YouTube video just for the Countess.
Okay. Questions. Yeah, sure. Tell me.
I would love to know, because I've been looking everywhere, and I'm like, Dr. Ken knows this. I'm sure he does. Or maybe you can help guide me to who knows. What is the schedule? Like, I'm looking and I'm not finding, and maybe in Dr. Fung's book, but it's not like laid out in the sense that I understand it, of just tell me what I need to hit for intermittent fasting and then into long-term fasting. And is there like a stair-step way, like a dummy's guide to like following a plan? I like plans. I'm type A. I like check boxes and to-do lists. I cannot find this checklist, this printable checklist, this something, a video on it. People talk about it and talk about the benefits, but there's no like,
I don't know. That's a great idea. That's a great idea for a video. So you're saying, like, if I wanted to fast longer, how should I come at that? As a complete beginner, how should I start and then work my way up so that I can do a 41-hour fast like the Countess, or a 40-hour fast like Dr. Berry, or even longer? Because, Dr. Fung, I mean, he'll do, and Jimmy Moore, he'll do 7 days. Like, and he's done it so many times that he just literally, he's sipping on his salty water so that he's got all his electrolytes, and he'll go for 7 days, and he'll lose, I don't know, 5 or 10 or 15 pounds in the 7 days. And a lot of that's water weight, but still, I mean, he's definitely burning fat for fuel, and they feel so much better. And like if somebody is super insulin resistant or has terrible type 2 diabetes, there's nothing that's going to help correct that faster than implementing some intermittent fasting along with your ketogenic diet. There's nothing like the marriage of keto plus IF. If you're insulin resistant, if you're morbidly obese, or if you have type 2 diabetes, nothing will fix that faster than keto plus IF. So that's a great idea. I'll work on a video this weekend. I'll try to have that up before Monday.
Thank you. Because I would love to pair it within your video with some counter judging on my side. Because I feel like my type personality, and we've talked about this before, different personality types need different things. And so for me to be successful on keto, I need to have some,
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. Thank you for that. And I'm going to give you credit in the video.
Thank you. So Dr. Ken, we are almost rounding our time. Before we close out, I wanted to ask about KetoCon, and then I want to see what things you wanted to talk about, or what if you had some things to say.
So, I was going to tell everybody, I get so many questions on my Facebook page, and, you can just click send message and you can ask me questions, and I try to answer everyone I can. I'm a little behind right now, but you guys are welcome to do that. Just go to my Facebook page and click send message. But you got to ask me a short question. I get some people that literally write 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John epistles. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, come on now. If you're going to ask me a free question, which I don't mind at all, I love it. But you got to keep it under 2 sentences now. Come on, people. You cannot ask me an 8,000 word question. And some people, and I understand, it's your health, and I got that, but you got to pare it down. But I love those questions. I welcome those questions, and you're welcome to do that, but you got to keep it under 2 sentences. Come on.
Get to the point, people.
Right. And so maybe write your question and do like Abraham Lincoln, put it in the drawer for a day, then pull it back out, and then try to whittle it way the hell down. And then send it to me, right? Yeah. So let's see. What else do I want to talk about? You guys get Countess's book if you haven't. I can already anticipate that for somebody new to keto or low carb or any of that, it's going to be like, oh, this is a great place to start, because nobody understands the questions that a mother would have, quite like a mother. And nobody understands the questions that a beginner would have than somebody who kind of kept up with their questions as a beginner. And so that's exactly what she did. And I can just see this is like such a practical guide for people just getting started. So get her book if you haven't. Is it on Kindle as well?
It is. Kindle and paperback. Okay. Yes.
Sweet. Okay, good deal. I don't know. Just you guys, if you have ideas for videos, let me know, because I'm always looking for ideas, and I'm always looking for new ways to help people. So just let me know.
Thank you. KetoCon, you're going to KetoCon and a keto.
We're going to try. Yep. We're going to KetoCon. Is that the one that's in Connecticut?
Texas.
So I'm going to this other one in Connecticut later in the year. I forgot the name. I thought it was KetoCon.
Are you going in September?
Yeah, I don't know. Nisha's, I'm terrible with
your
time.
Tour guide.
Yeah, she's the tour guide. And so, but we're going on the low carb cruise in about, I think, 10 days. And we're going to meet a ton of people. And I was going to tell you guys, I'm going to just be like getting people in headlocks. Like, hey, here's Dave Feldman. Come here. Right? You're going to talk to my people and you're going to help them. Right? Jimmy Moore. All these people, I'm going to be like, come here. You got to be in this video to help my people. So I'm going to be trying to share so much information on my Instagram and on my Facebook page with everybody, because the more information you have, the easier this becomes, right? And the more comfortable you feel, like, oh my God, I don't know, cholesterol, what? And the more people you hear going, yeah, stop worrying about that, then you're like, okay, I'm going to stop worrying about that.
Yeah. There's so much information. And so having the different information, but to figure out what feels best for you.
And then, like you said, different styles of coming at it. Like Dave Feldman is so analytical. He's like a nerd's nerd, which is a high compliment coming from me. Yeah. I'm a lazy nerd, right? But he's a nerd's nerd, like Jason Fung. He's a nerd's nerd.
Yes.
And so they get so into the research, and they can just explain it a totally different way that might hit you. Whereas when I explain it, you're just like, I hate that guy. But, you hear them explain it, and you're like, oh, yeah, I get it. That makes perfect sense.
Gretchen Rubin has written a great book on that, which I'll put in the description link below. I'll put my book in the description link below, and Dr. Ken's book. Oh, my gosh, it could be like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. See, I actually thought about doing – do you like the Avengers? Nisha loves the Avengers. Have you seen the Brady Bunch parody of all the different superheroes doing that. I was thinking we should do a keto bunch.
I love it. I love
video.
it.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I think that's
Can't
so
you
funny.
See Jason Fung like, here's the story. That'd be so funny, right? Yeah.
People should put below who they want to have in our breeding. I'm going to make this come together.
Yes, comment who needs to be in the keto bunch video, because I think that's a great idea.
That's right. Amen. Amen. I'm looking. So one thing on the comments, people are commenting. So I'm going to go back, Dr. Ken. If I can't answer it, I'll parlay it to next week with Dr. Ken.
And if there's one that you can't answer, just tag me in it, and I'll come back and look at it. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So
okay, Countess, it's always a pleasure.
Bye. Have a great day. Bye.